Question says, please describe what happens when a person dies. What does the soul experience?
We have said this before, that when an energy dies, they will have the experience that they are expecting for the most part. So if they are expecting to go to the light, and thy death is not violent or in any way against thy will, then they will go into the light, and in that light will be thy loved ones and the feeling of peace and tranquility. If they are someone that believes that when they pass, there will be pearly gates and angels, then they may see pearly gates and angels. If they are someone expecting purgatory, they may find thyself in a waiting room. It does exist, but they have to choose to go there. If they believe that they were very bad and need to be punished, they could end up in what the vehicle calls the lost realm that we wrote about in the book. And this is a place where the energy gets lost and doesn't know how to find its way out until it is helped. There are many permutations. So what we would say unto you, just as we've said unto thee that they have the power to remake thy world, have the power to think about thy death before they need to. Think about the beauty that awaits thee. We have told thee before. They cannot even perceive how wondrous it is when the transition to that realm, if thee let thyself. So begin to see it, love it, be ready for it. When it is time, then thee will jump there instead of holding back out of fear or guilt or pain. Dost thou understand?
Yes, thank you, Mayama. I do have a follow-up question. After the initial transition, do all entities have the same experience? Do they go to the same place?
No.
What happens then?
The wondrous gift of the other side, which is a nice word for it, but it's just a different dimension or realm of existence, is that what they perceive and desire manifests. So many entities will take themselves to a place where they were very, very happy. And that's where they will spend a good portion of their time. Many will go to be with loved ones. Many will go to be with perhaps a lost lover. Many will go and play with their animals. Anything that they can conceive of, they can create, just like they can really do on Terra, but they don't know it. Over there, it is instantaneous. And everything is brighter. Everything smells better and is clearer. And we know this sounds crazy because there is no physical, but they can perceive what they have known. So they can perceive thyself at any age or no age at all and be energy. If they want to be a flower or a woodland creature or even an alien creature, they can be that. Whatever they choose manifests.
Sherry, any more follow-up?
Yes. So does that continue forever, or are you given other opportunities to do different things?
Remember that that which is thee is a thread. It is not the soul, it is a piece of the soul. If thee can imagine that it is like a memory that the soul keeps, then for as long as that soul is interacting, that memory will continue whatever way it chooses on the other side. Or it can choose to come back if the soul wants it to, or choose to go another where. There are all kinds of options because they are just a memory.
Thank you, Mayama.
Elaine, go ahead.
At this point, because of all the information, my question has left my mind, so I apologize for that, but I will ponder on what you have said, and if it comes to me, I'll ask in another time. Thank you so much, Mayama.
Lots of great information, isn't there? I have one question. You mentioned that if a person leaves against their will, that they may not go where they thought they were going to go, or something like that. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more, please?
Are there not situations where someone's life is extinguished in very, we will say, sad ways?
Yes, absolutely.
And often when that happens, because they are so tied to that life, that ego, that body, and that existence, they can't let go of it. So they refuse to see that they are gone. And this can even happen sometimes if it's an accident, a sudden accident that takes somebody away, but all of their loved ones cannot release them. So they are pulled back to that plane, not our plane. So thee must not hold on to thy loved ones when they pass. Thee must give them permission to let go. Thee must tell them that they will be better for thee and for them if they just release that body. It is not there anymore. It cannot serve them anymore. So they do not need this plane. Dost thou understand?
Yes, that does make sense. Thank you. Next is Elaine, and then Lori, and then Thea. No, I don't know if Thea has her hand up or not. Elaine, and then Lori.
Mayama,
Ayama?
on that particular topic, healthcare workers deal with people dying on an ongoing basis, depending upon where they work in the field. Is there any way that just anybody could help someone let go when it's time, when they know that it is ready for them to go, but they won't? Is there a way to help them?
We can remind them that if they look around them, they will see wondrous loved ones waiting for them. They will see a light so dazzling and so beauteous that it just draws to them. Perhaps if they look really deeply into the light, they will see people that they don't even remember they lost, and then they see them and all they want to do is run into their arms. Or perhaps it's an animal they lost and they miss so very badly, and it's just waiting to jump up and be with them again. All they have to do is let go. But understand, just like on Terra, fear can be an anchor that stops the momentum.
Yes. Thank you, Mayama.
Mayama.
Lori, go ahead. Joseph?
Yes,
Joseph?
Mayama.
Okay.
This is Joseph. Yes, our we given assigned tasks when we cross over, or is it all free will choice of what we wish to do?
It is all free will choice, but many humans will take on tasks. Many will become guides. Because as guides, they learn and grow as well. Many will keep learning with the idea that perhaps that entity will take their place in a new world, in a new body, either back on Terra or somewhere else. So it, again, there are as many answers as there are humans.
Thank you, Mayama.
Mayama.
Thea, go ahead.
Yama, can you speak to the concern I have heard from people who remain on Earth who are worried that their loved ones who have passed might be, quote, angry with them?
Even if the entity is lost in the lost realm, they are not angry. They are in pain. And think about when they are in pain. Doesn't that take priority to any other kind of thinking? But
Yes.
when an entity has gone to the other side and all they feel around them is absolute love, they do not know how to really be angry. They may have some points that they wish were different, and perhaps when they discuss that with thee, they will point them out in ways that thee as a human will feel as anger, but it isn't.
Mayama, thank you for that important reminder.